Sherry Lambert. I am an assistant professor of practice and marketing at the Fox School of Business at Temple University. Also, one of my roles at Temple is to serve as the academic director of the Specialized Masters of Marketing program. Prior to joining the Fox School of Business, I spent over 2 decades in marketing and the market research consulting industry, formulating strategic plans and tactics in many sectors, including FMCG, transportation and travel, and tourism, as well as automotive. And that is why I am with you today, to talk about strategies used in marketing during COVID-19 pandemic. This is a speaker series about how COVID-19 is affecting many key aspects of business and globalization. With these short videos, we hope to provide you with valuable and relevant insights about industry and commerce that will help you to understand and better navigate the turbulent waters ahead. This series is sponsored by Temple University's Center for International Business Education and Research, hosted by the Fox School of Business here at Temple. In this session, I will discuss the effect COVID has on marketing and marketing strategy among businesses in the United States and abroad. The COVID-19 pandemic has left many businesses to either shut down completely or change their strategies to adapt to the new environment we are living in. Marketers face a wide number of challenges in the middle of this pandemic. It is not just the pandemic, it is the mandated quarantines, work from home orders, social distancing, and closures of non-essential businesses. In addition, all business and social gatherings or activities have been seized, such as conferences, religious gatherings, school meetings, and the like. Sales teams from coast to coast have been asked to cancel face-to-face customer calls for the time being. No one really knows when they can get back on the road again. It's more critical than ever for companies to regroup and double down on the marketing during the coronavirus and the best ways to do it. Today's circumstances offer marketers an opportunity to show their customers, prospects, sectors that they can think outside of the box to keep their businesses and their customers rolling along. I would like to offer 5 ways to do just that. The first, expand your product and or service offerings. Marketers around the globe are desperately trying to navigate the world's new normal. Brands are being challenged in a whole new way by the pandemic. Businesses are trying to figure out exactly how to stay relevant. There are 3 ways that businesses are changing their offerings without having to completely revamp their product. The first is online offerings. Companies that have effectively adapted at this unprecedented time include exercise or gym providers. One such company is a kickboxing studio in the Philadelphia area called Rumble. Rumble offers kickboxing-inspired group fitness classes. In early March, the brand launched IGTV at-home workouts for customers to follow along. Each day, instructors hold a live, interactive session on Instagram and save it to the page's IGTV section. That way, if a customer was not available at the specific time of the workout, the recorded version can be viewed at any time after. These workouts are body weight only and are available to anyone and are completely free. The next one that we see a lot recently are curbside offerings. Curbside pickup and drive-through only options are more the norm than the exception now. The lines for the drive-through at places like McDonald's, Starbucks, and Chick-fil-A have experienced a steady flow of traffic. Smaller, more local restaurants have adapted by even offering free delivery on partner apps like Uber Eats, and also have urged their customers to just call the store and place their order. Even McDonald's has started McDelivery. Third, contactless delivery. As noted, one industry that has changed their strategy during COVID-19 has been the food delivery service. Domino's Pizza is one company in particular that has introduced contactless delivery. This strategy is targeting those who are ordering takeout during their quarantine. Domino's introduced this tactic in order to uphold the social distancing rules between drivers and consumers. It has created a successful way for consumers to continue ordering takeout from restaurants without having to worry about coming into contact with the delivery driver. It also bodes well for Domino's to introduce this strategy because it shows that they are interested and truly care about the health and wellness of their employees and consumers. They will be able to successfully continue their operations as usual, despite the limitations that have been put on them and through society. This strategy is not much different from Domino's normal delivery process, as with any food delivery service, the consumer does not need to leave their house to receive the order. Contactless delivery is similar in this regard. However, it is different because it is eliminating the need for the consumer to come in contact with a Domino's employee. During this time, Domino's contactless delivery is their unique selling point. It is their USP. It is their marketing strategy right now. They are solving their consumer problems with the strategy while also taking care of their health and safety. Right now, keeping distance from others and staying healthy is meaningful to consumers, and Domino's is capitalizing on that and has created this USP that highlights their consumers' needs. Going forward, COVID-19 will continue to have an impact on business even after the curve has flattened. In addition, we've seen companies redirect manufacturing and/or added a new product offering. Clothing manufacturers from around the globe, California-based Dress the Population and Thailand's GQ Apparel, to name a few, are redirecting its manufacturing efforts to mask. Where athletic apparel companies like Nike and Under Armour are now making face shields and medical hospital gowns, respectively. New product offerings are also a way that companies are really going at in combating COVID-19. Automotive manufacturers are also getting into the mix by retooling their plants and producing new products for the marketplace. Ford Motor Company has partnered with GE Healthcare to make ventilators, and General Motors is now making critical care ventilators in its Kokomo, Indiana plant and surgical masks in its Warren, Michigan plant. Toyota as well has just started making 3D printed face shields. The third tactic that marketers are using during this time is cause marketing. On March 14th, Allbirds posted on their Instagram page informing consumers that their storefronts will be closed and that all staff will be working from home and getting full paid and benefits during this time. Allbirds was ahead of the curve in closing their stores compared to most companies, and they kept providing the pay and the benefits. Then on March 20th, Allbirds posted that it was donating a pair of wool runners to as many frontline healthcare workers as it could if they simply emailed them. This is not only a first-class response to something horrible, but it will also drive sales eventually for Allbirds. The strategy Allbirds is using is true and authentic to who they are. It is very real and authentic in the sense that it cares about the world around them. Again, cause marketing. Once the shoes quickly ran out, Allbirds gave an option for people to buy a pair of shoes for a frontline worker and also announced the purchases of a specific shoe will result in more donations on behalf of the company. This will impact the company, if not now, but in the future, because customers will connect with the brand more and more when it's over. And that will be the new normal. Many people want to support companies who have supported others and their employees through this extremely difficult time. I, for one, will continue now to support Allbirds. Another example of cause marketing is Anheuser-Busch, or InBev. Despite taking a nearly $300 million hit from the virus thus far, the world's largest brewer, Anheuser-Busch, InBev, has been funding several initiatives and putting its brands to work by feeding and entertaining consumers in a new and unique way. Cause marketing, collaboration, and digital brand activation have been at the forefront of AB InBev's marketing strategy during this time. In addition to switching its breweries to making hand sanitizer for healthcare workers and teaming up with the Red Cross to convert 20 stadiums across the country into blood drive donation centers, Anheuser-Busch InBev has also released sponsored content on several of its brands' digital channels that best match their consumer base, again, really activating the brand. The current environment has PepsiCo prioritizing relief through support packages and donations. This strategy being employed is similar to its typical tactics, but there is an emphasis now on aggressive capital deployments and major cultural shift. By focusing on global partnerships, they are using global resources to provide essential relief and maintain the supply of food and beverages. The company also states that employees are the backbone of the company and that people first is the mantra being implemented to lead the workforce during this pandemic. PepsiCo's $45 million support package is being used to fund the distribution of essential goods. Now, fourth on the list of strategies used is extended or free trial periods. Extended loyal programs is one example that we have seen here. The biggest area that we've seen is in the airline industry. Airlines, as you know, are parking aircraft in the desert currently because no one is traveling, whereby airlines now are extending their loyalty program. They're extending the status achieved. In other words, if you achieved a platinum executive status, let's say, on American Airlines in calendar year 2019, American has now communicated it will extend that status to any of those frequent flyers well beyond 2020 into the year 2021. For those frequent flyers and those trusted, loyal consumers, that's a huge win. Free trial periods are another thing that companies are using in their strategy to go to market. Quibi is the newest streaming service to enter the industry. It prides itself on innovation. All of its content is 10 minutes or less and can only be watched on a smartphone. Competing against social media companies like TikTok and Instagram, Quibi markets itself as the platform to use during brief moments of downtime. During the coronavirus outbreak, Quibi adjusted its launch by offering a 90-day free trial. The app's foundation is its target market of 18 to 40-year-olds. And they've targeted them throughout their days, their work days, when they've had breaks. Since most of the world has implemented shelter-in-place procedures, Quibi cannot maximize its potential when no one is commuting to work or using their phone between meetings. Quibi did not want to delay its launch date and lose the awareness it has built over the last few months. Instead, the service launched its announcement date with a 90-day free trial. And finally, number 5, transparency. Messaging and communications. You have to be clear in the messaging. As marketers, you have to get the message out, and branding is critical. During this time, business is slow and travel is restricted, which means people have more time on their hands. Use this crisis to raise your brand in the market. One great way to raise brand awareness is to keep your social media channels active and engaging. Social media keeps you connected to your customers and gives you the ability to communicate your latest news and offerings, share your expertise, and relate to what is top of mind in your industry. This is an opportune time to give some transparency to what your brand stands for. You know, go back to the why you exist and tie them into your content. Marketing initiatives need to really focus not only sharing your company's views, but also staying connected to your audience at a time when everyone feels a little socially isolated. Create new messaging. Companies from sportswear providers, active leisure providers, to automotive manufacturers, to sports teams, to insurance providers have all increased their messaging and communications to the marketplace. And they have done so without actively selling their wares. Lululemon is one example. They have moved its Instagram messaging to be one of inspiration. And Nike has been inspiring millions of Instagram followers with their messaging about not playing together, but we'll keep moving forward, all 7.8 billion of us. Hashtag play for the world. So as a wrap-up, there's a lot of information that I've shared with you. We've examined various marketing strategies that companies are currently using during the pandemic. Specifically, there are strategies that are top of mind. The top 5 strategies that we offer up is expanded product or service offerings. Number 2, redirect manufacturing and new product offerings. 3, cause marketing. 4, offering free trial or extended trial periods. And 5, customer centricity, including branding, messaging, and transparency. Our view in the global economy will be forever changed. The world will never fully go back to normal, and COVID-19 precautions will always have to be taken from now on. Marketers have already had to drastically switch their strategies. However, they will have to continue to adapt their strategies to stay relevant in a marketplace that has drastically changed. Marketing strategies will have to adjust to stay on top of the latest trends, watching data in different industries, and understanding the new consumer and their new behaviors. However, in order to rebound from the effects of COVID-19, it is clear that above all, branding and customer focus will be the center of successful efforts in going forward. With that, thank you for your time and your attention. I am Sherry Lambert. See you next time to discuss all things branding and marketing.